Hello, good morning to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello for those one who are joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we will wait for some more minutes to let people join. So today we will talk on the robust product. So today it would be a technical discussion. We will look inside. While we are waiting, we can ask our guests who has already installed or know the product. You may write or you may say something, or you may write in the chat if yes. What type of models have you already sold or do the maintenance? It would be nice to know. If you want to say something, you can switch on your microphone if you are saying something to us.
Sorry, I'm on another call.
So I will slowly start our meeting. I will share the screen now. And as usual, we will start with ecosoft.com website. Can you see my screen now? Alex, you may help me.
Yeah, Rusty, we see.
No, but first I would introduce Alex. So today we will talk on the Robust Pro. It would be a technical discussion, and I have invited my colleague Alex. Alex is a product manager for reverse osmosis and dispensing group of products. So basically, Alex is responsible for aqua boxes and robust products and also water dispensers. And today we will talk with Alex on the robust only. And
Yeah,
also,
thank you, Rusty. Thank you for the introduction. Thank you for the to connect me to this meeting. I hope we will cover all interesting questions, and I ask our colleague and partner, please write some questions which you need to, which if you need to have an answer today, and let's start this meeting.
Yeah, let's start. As usual, you may write your questions in the chat of this meeting, and also you can raise your hand like this, so we can let you ask a question. We'll make a pause. So I would introduce our web page. So this is ecosoft.com, and somewhere here, if you scroll down, and there is a special part which is dedicated to Friday talks. So we are updating this page. And if you also scroll down, so there is a place where you may not already register, but here is the place where you may register for the current meeting. Interesting. Here it is. So you can join us now. But what is more useful that we have added all the previous videos that we made before. You may find here. So here I will just make a small summary of what we have talked before. So here is the first, our first Friday talk was dedicated to the domestic reverse osmosis filters under the pure line, and we talk why the water is so delicious after the filters. Then we talked on the EcoMix units. We have two nice discussions with the on the clock valves, why it is the best valve on the market, and we have also deassembled the valve. Also, we talked a lot on the commercial 4-inch ROs, and you may actually watch these videos here. So this is for your convenience. So if this topic are of your interest, you may easily check them out here. Today last time we also talked on the RObust product, so this video will be downloaded soon. And today we will talk on the RObust product line, and I will briefly just remind what is the product. So we sometimes also call RObust direct flow ROs. So if you will go down a little bit deeper in the web page, you will find all the family here. So the flagship product of this product line is a RObust Pro. So this is the product that was designed to improve the taste of coffee. So this is the reverse osmosis filter with special mineralizing technology, which provides calcium, magnesium, and hydrocarbons to the water. And these three minerals, they help to improve extraction of tasty coffee compounds from the coffee beans. So this is a super product that also meet the requirements of Specialty Coffee Association. And this is the best choice of the barista. Then we have RObust 1500. This is the product for the cafes and cafeterias. Then we have RObust 3000. This is the product for the large restaurants. We have also RObust Mini. So this is the product for the small cafes and also for the areas that have a limited budget, but they want to have enough water for coffee brewing and for tea. And also we have additional accessories. So we have the RObust kit. So this is the special set of fittings, tubings, that helps you to connect RObust to the pressure tank and to the coffee machine. So this is a very handy box. And also we have the special set of cartridges for the RObust Pro with the advanced technology that improve the taste of coffee. And today we will talk with Alex on the technical aspects. So I will start my presentation, and I will ask Alex to show what is inside, and then to explain us what is inside the product.
Yeah, thank you, Rustic. I will show you our my screen. So what is the product? what is inside the product, I would like to show you the 3D model where we can view all the components of the system. In the robust system, we have pre and post filters on the front of the system and pressure gauges. Also, the system have a more powerful membrane in comparison with domestic aero, pressure pump, and on the top we can see the connection, pure water, drain, and pressure tank. And for example, if we
Alex, I will
see on
I
the
will
top
be,
of the system.
Alex, I will be interrupting you and asking some small questions.
Yeah.
Can you please, can you also tell us what kind of membranes are used in robust products? What exactly, what
In
are
robust
exactly the,
in robust products, we have 500 membrane for Robust Pro model, for Robust 3000, and for Robust 1500. This membrane are more powerful and give us more flow rate. And if we compare this direct flow filter with domestic aero, we can install this filter without the tank. If we need to fill water to the consumer just for drinking, but if we install the system in the kitchen and need to connect the robust to other equipment, for example, a coffee machine or ice machine, we need to add pressure tank, additional pressure tank, and connect them here.
And the Robust Mini, what kind of membranes do you use in the Robust Mini?
In Robust Mini, we have 3 membrane with 103 membrane with 100 GPD flow rate of each vessel with the membrane. And this first two membrane installed in parallel, and the third membrane we install after the two membrane. And the flow rate of this system about 1,000 liter per day.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's back to the comparison this filter with domestic aero. I would show you the PNDD scheme.
Yeah, very
here
often,
we can.
Very often our customers actually, when they look at the Robust and they see the 3 housings, they think that these 3 housings are exactly the same that we have in the domestic aero, but in fact it is not like this. So could you please explain what is the flow diagram in the Robust products and how we can compare it to the domestic aero?
Yeah, in domestic aero, we have 3 pre-filters before the membrane, and then we can add some cartridges after the membrane, mineralizer, and post filter with carbon. But in direct flow filter, robust filter, we have 2 pre-filters with sediment and carbon filter to remove some particles and chlorine, reduce the organic, and then we install only 1 filter with carbon here, and I just show you where we will find this three cartridges on the 3D model. Here we can see pre-filters, two pre-filters from left to right, sediment and carbon filter before the membrane, and on the right side we see the post filter with coconut carbon cartridge.
Maybe here, if we have this difference in the flow diagram, can you please explain how do we connect the tank, and what is the benefit of having the carbon filter as a last stage?
Yeah, we connect in the robust system. All the robust system, we can easily connect the pressure tank. I would recommend you to purchase our robust kit. It help you connect the 4-inch tank to this system, and we prepare the flow diagram to connect the pressure tank before the carbon filter. Why we do it? Because when water stay in the pressure tank, it has to be with it will be have some taste or we need to remove this this issue, this smell and taste, and for this we install the carbon filter after the pressure tank, and it help us fix this problem. And we do not recommend to install the pressure tank after the special connection in our system, and help you to remove some to improve the taste and the flavor.
I know that also there is some small difference in the electronic components. I know that we are using in all robust products, we use a different high pressure switch in comparison to domestic arrows with pump. Can you please explain why is it important and what is exactly the difference between the high pressure switches?
Yeah, we need to use high pressure switch here. Differ with domestic arrow, because we use in each our robust system we use more powerful booster pump, which need more reliable high pressure switch with 16 ampere. It helps us to avoid any problem with the starting the pump, and this high pressure switch more reliable in comparison with domestic arrow. And if you will order the high pressure switch, we recommend choose switch 60 ampere. I just show you the our spare parts price, and pay your attention on this position when you will order this one. And the second reason to install the high pressure switch in a robust system because we install this system in kitchen and connect to the additional equipment like ice machine, and this equipment needs to have inlet pressure about 2 bar or more, and we need to fill our pressure tank more than in domestic arrow. And for example, if we fill with air a standard pressure tank with half bar, in domestic direct flow filters, which we connect when we connect this system in the kitchen. We very often fill the tank with air about 1 bar, and this is the reason to install. This is the second reason to install the improved high pressure switch in the Robust.
Alex, can I ask you, because the connection, maybe your connection is not good enough. Can I ask you to switch off your camera? Maybe then we would have a better sound. Because sometimes we have interruption of your, so you can just switch your camera and then let's try in this way. So I would just to stress attention of everyone on the pressure in the pressure tanks. So when we install a direct flow RO in the cafe, normally we use the larger tanks, and it is very important to when the tank is dry, so to make the air pressure equal to 1 bar, because when we do the domestic RO, so the pressure of the dry tank is 0.3, 0.4, it's below, normally it's below half a bar. But if we put the filter in the restaurant, 1 bar is a requirement. Otherwise, you would not supply enough water to the kitchen equipment. Okay. Can you please also cover a little bit the difference in the water components in comparison to the domestic RO? What is the difference in the operation? Are there any difference in the logic how the system is switched on, switched off? Can you also a little bit also explain it?
Yeah. What is the difference between these two schemes? For example, the first one is the 4-way valve, which shut off the inlet water in the domestic RO system. And if we are talking about Robust, we have an inlet solenoid valve, which also connected to the electric scheme and open and closed when the low pressure and high pressure switch command this solenoid valve. So this is the first one, and also we have discussed that we install the improved high pressure switch, and in the Robust system we provide the pressure gauges here. Let me show you. Oh, here. And the pressure gauges give us more information about the pressure pump, and we understand how the pressure pump speed and improve our pressure before the membrane. And the main components which differ in this two model.
We have I know that very often our technical support engineers, they always ask when they have a question on the Robust Pro in operation, they very often ask the customer, what is the pressure on the pressure gauges? And they ask this to understand what is the status of the unit. Can you also please explain or give some tips how we should read the pressure after the filter? So if it's high, if it's low, how the engineer, the technical engineer should react on the pressure just after the filter?
Yeah. Do you see my camera right now?
Yeah, I can see your camera.
Yeah. In our Robust system, we add a small instruction with acrylic hole and we install this this acrylic panel in near the pressure gauges. Sorry. And thanks to this acrylic panel, you can understand how which pressure we need to have in first and in a second pressure gauge. For example, in their first pressure gauge, which installed after the prefilter, we need to have between 2 and 5 pressure bar, and if the pressure less than 2 bar, we need to check inlet pressure before the prefilters. For example, if we install pressure gauge before the prefilters, we have pressure gauge after the prefilters, and open and the
Alex,
clogged,
may I
and we need
interrupt
to
you?
change this filter. Yeah.
Alex, may I interrupt you because your connection is not very good? Maybe you will take a pause and change your location because you have too many interruptions. So maybe you can move. Maybe you can move to another room or another space. We'll just make a pause for 1 or 2 minutes. While Alex is changing his location, I would also would like to cover a very important topic on the robust filters, but not only robust filters. We have a special price list for the drinking water filters, and in this price list you may find all required components that you may need to do the maintenance of the drinking water filters, like domestic ROs and robust family. So I will briefly cover what we have in that price list. So we have all the faucets we use, and we have these codes that you may order it. Then we have a variety of tanks. So basically this is the domestic RO tank, but also we have 3 types of tanks, like 9, 14 and 20 gallon tanks that we often use for the HoReCa applications. So these are very nice tanks designed for the reverse osmosis water, and they are very often sold together with robust units. Then we have a variety of pumps. So every pump has its description, and you may select the right one. So the first one is for domestic ROs, then the second one is 300 GPD. This is the pump for the robust UC, so the robust 1000 Pro and 1500. And then we have a pump for the 600 GPD pump for robust 1500 Eco, and the pump for robust 300. So basically, if you do sell many robust units and you do the maintenance, so we recommend to have few of them on stock. So of course the power supplies for various pumps, also the solenoid valves with the description of the robust where it is used. So the solenoid valve is something that we really require to have at least 5 of them on your stock, just in case you do the maintenance and they may be out of operation. The switch, high pressure switch, regular one, high pressure switch 16 amps. So this is also important, the 16 amps, this is the pressure switch for the robust family. The diaphragms. Also, we have, I think later today, we will talk on the video on how to repair the booster pump. So if you want to repair it. And what is important, I would not go in very detail, but you see that there are many small but important parts. You may contact your key account manager at Ecosoft to have this price list, to have these codes, and of course, if you need some spare parts, you may place an order for just to have them on stock. So Alex is back.
Yeah, I hope now the connection is good.
Well, the sound is good, but the video is not good.
Okay.
So maybe we can do without video.
Okay. So I just need to.
You stopped on the pressure gauge after the filter.
Yeah.
So what is the recommended pressure, and what should do if we are out of this range?
Yeah. If the pressure after the pre-filters less than 2 bar in dynamic, we need to change. We need to check pressure before the pre-filters, and if everything is okay, we need to replace the pre-filters, and it help to fix this issue. But if the pressure more than 5 bar, we need to install the pressure reducer for the system to avoid any damages of housing or piping in the robust system. Yeah, and the second pressure gauge, which installed after the pump, must be on the must be from 4 bar to 7 bar, and this is what we recommend to use this filter. And if you see that pressure gauge after the pre-filter show you 3 bar, and after the pump you have 3.5 bar. It describes us that this pump works bad, and we need to replace the diaphragm on the pump, and after that this problem will disappear.
Can you maybe explain what is the lifetime of the booster pump? What is the lifetime of the diaphragm, and how often a technician should do the maintenance?
Yeah, we recommend to change the diaphragm for the pump every year if the system dispense or prepare 400 liter per day, and if the system in our experience, our technician change their diaphragm every year, because if we install the system in the location, we provide to the consumer more than 200 liter per day. And
so as far as I know, that the lifetime of the diaphragm is 2000 hours.
Yeah.
So 2000 hours. So if the robust produce 70 liters per hour, so it means that if we multiply 2000 by 70 liters per hour, it means that 140,000 liters of treated water, and then after we treat this amount of water, then we have to replace the diaphragm. So and if we divide it by 365, then it's around 400 liters a day. So this is an advice to every dealer. So if a robust treats 400 liters per day, then every year we should replace the membrane, not the membrane, but the diaphragm, the membrane of the pump. But if, for example, a robust would treat 1000 liters per day, so it means that we have to replace the diaphragm like twice a year or maybe every 5 months. And this is also important to mention that if you install a robust in a place where it consumes a lot of water, so it means that you have to prepare yourself to do the maintenance more often.
Yeah.
Alex, can you please, maybe, I know that we have a nice video on how to replace this diaphragm, and can you explain how to do it and where we can find these videos?
Yeah. One moment. You can find this video on our YouTube channel of Ecosoft, and I would show you how our technician to do it right now. Just skip a little bit this video. We need to unscrew all the screw from the cap of the pump, and then we will unscrew the screw on inside the pump and change the diaphragm on here, and we need to do it in 2 cases: when the system do not increase the pressure before the pump, and if you have some leakage on the pump. It means that the diaphragm damaged, and it help the replacement will help to avoid this problem.
Yeah, and we should, yeah. So this is a very nice video for all technicians. Just that explains on how exactly the diaphragm should be changed. Yeah, thank you. And but sometimes what might be the reason if the pump is leaking? So sometimes it does not increase in the pressure. So in this case, we replace the diaphragm. But what we should do if the pump is leaking, what it means, and what are suggestions? What we should do in this case?
Yeah, we have 2 cases when the pump leakage. The first one is when the diaphragm damaged, and we need to we need to change the diaphragm. But the second reason, when the diaphragm when the pump leakage, when the main module have some problem with the O-ring, and in this case, if we replace the diaphragm and the leakage do not disappear, we recommend to change the pump. But this situation is very rare, and we have this case in Ukraine and in with our dealer in Europe, very rare, and so on.
Okay, let's maybe talk on the typical issues that might appear during the robust operation. So I know that sometimes the unit is not turning on, so it just does not start operation. What might be the reason for this, and what are the advices what we should check?
Correct, Rusty. First of all, I would show you our manual, where you can find the main problem and how to fix it. One moment. On the page of 26, you can find the troubleshooting table. But if we back to the main problem, when issue with the robust, when the robust do not turn on, I would show the camera. It appears when the low pressure switch, which installed on the before the pump, damaged, and we need to check that we how to understand that the low pressure switch doesn't work. We can remove 2 wires and manually connect them like this. And one moment here. And if in this case the system will start, we understand that we need to change the low pressure switch. If you technician will work with the direct flow systems, we recommend to have the low and high pressure switch with them to easy remove this spare parts on the location.
Yeah, it's important then to mention here to everyone that in the robust manual we have a troubleshooting guide, and
Yeah.
it's very useful to, if you have issues with the any robust product, you can first go to troubleshooting guide and check the problem and possible ways how to handle them. Maybe we can also cover some other cases, like I know that sometimes robust is not switching off, so it is operating, but it can switch off. Why is it so? What might be the reason for this case?
The second issue, I just would show you also the electric diagram where we can find all our components, the power supply, the low pressure switch, which permanently open, and when we manually connect the wires, we understand that low pressure switch damaged. And if we are talking about the high pressure switch here, this sensor normally closed, and if the system always work and you cannot stop the system, you need to check this one, the high pressure switch. For this, you just need to disconnect 2 wire, and then the robust system will stop. In this case, you need to change the high pressure switch, and it helps to fix this problem.
Can you, by the way, explain what is the default or factory settings of the high pressure switch, and what could be the range that I know that this is the high pressure switch is adjustable. So what is the range of adjustment?
The high pressure switch we adjust on the factory, and each our filter have high pressure switch with 2.5 bar from the factory. But if you need to increase the pressure after the robust system, you need to screw the screw here and adjust. You can adjust the pressure in a less in a higher side, and the maximum which we can adjust is 3.8 bar of after the membrane.
So basically, if the customer is asking us to provide higher pressure, for example, for the coffee machine or for the dishwasher, so we could adjust the high pressure switch and provide enough pressure for the kitchen equipment.
Yeah.
So this is important also to mention here, so that you do not need to install like additional booster pumps. So you could just you can adjust it in the right way. Maybe we can now jump a little bit to the maintenance questions and explain how often we should replace the prefiltration in the units, how often we should replace the membranes. This is, I think, important also to mention here.
Yeah. I remember that on the previous Friday talk we discussed this. We have one question about this point. I would like to show you the table where you can find all information about the volume of each prefilters and each membrane for Robust 1000, from Robust 1000 to Robust 3000. And if we stopped on the Robust 1500, we need to change the prefilters every 8,000 liter, but no less than 1 in 3 months. And if we are talking about the lifetime of the membrane, we saw that the membrane in the Robust system have a different volume, and the Robust 1500 has a membrane with 500 GPD, and the lifetime is 40 liter for this membrane.
And yeah. I would like also to stress attention to this capacity of the pre-filters at the Robust Pro. So it says here that this is 5,000 liters. So it is very important to somehow to understand how often you should replace the cartridges in the Robust Pro, because when the capacity is exhausted, then the coffee taste would also be changed quite fast. So, for example, if we talk about the Robust 1500, then of course it could be sometimes more than 8,000 liters if you have a nice water quality. If the water quality is poor, bad, so it means that you have to replace every 8,000 liters. But with the Robust Pro, it does not really work like that. So every 5,000 liters, you have to do the replacement. Also, I want also to maybe to cover another aspect of the filter sets and capacities. For example, in the domestic ROs, we have the three prefilters, and in the Robust units, we have only 2 prefilters. But Robust prefilters have Robust is designed for higher flow rate. And this is also important to understand. So if you install Robust on the tap water of high quality, then you could install just a Robust filter. But if the water quality is bad, we always recommend to add a prefiltration before Robust. Otherwise, you would have to change the cartridges quite often. We have also a question from Tom. What about the feed water quality? The service life is meant for city water, softened water, or else? Oh, this is a very good questions. And Alex, maybe you can also show this the show and tell us a little bit what is the water quality requirements for the Robust units.
Yeah. Also in our manual, you can find this information, and the main point which we should remember that Robust Pro must be installed before the Robust Pro. We shouldn't install the software, because the Robust Pro need the Robust Pro will not work with this situation, and the special cartridge with mineralizing doesn't work. But if we are talking about feed water requirements, we can see that the water must be for main robust line must be less than 50,000, and for Robust Pro we need to have water less than 500 ppm due to bypass which we have in this system, and we recommend to check every time when we install the system to check the TDS before installing. Also, we need to have water without the iron less than 0.3 ppm, and without the magnesium manganese less than less than 0.5 ppm on the water. And also I would ask that I would say that the water before the robust system should not have any bacteria like for the domestic RO and for other commercial RO, because it can damage it can grow on the pre-filters, and then bacteria can damage the membrane.
I would just add as a more exact answer to the Tom question is that so basically a robust product range was designed for a city water. So this is the direct answer to your question. In many cases, robust units, not the Robust Pro, but Robust 1500 or Robust 3000 are used for the well water. And for example, in the Scandinavian countries, Robusts are often used as a water filter for the whole house, for the summer houses. Yeah, that has a small consumption, but Robust sometimes is used as a whole house filter. And it is also important to mention that a softened water is, of course, a very good source of very good prefiltration and very good water quality for Robust family, except Robust Pro. So it is very important to say here, so if you have a softened water in the cafeteria, it means that for Robust Pro, you have to make a bypass line and deliver to Robust Pro just city water, maybe after sediment filter or just city water. This is important, and I would like to draw your attention to the requirements on the hardness, because hardness, alkalinity, and the TDS. So for Robust Pro, we have not only the maximum concentration limits, but we have also the minimum concentration limits. So when you put the Robust Pro in operation, please check additionally the water quality on site. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask or to write in chat. And we would also continue. So we have already talked on the Robust Pro and the softeners. Can you maybe also, Alex, explain a little bit the recovery question, because the what is the recovery and what is the efficiency of water usage in the whole robust family, and why is it so important for this product range?
It is very important for this product range because it is cost and we install this system in HoReCa segment, and every time people need to reduce the cost of the material of the water, and for our robust system, we have a recovery more than 50%. For example, in Robust Pro, we can see that flow capacity about 70 liter per hour, and waste about also 70 liter per hour. But I would back to the Robust 50,000. This Robust provide us with higher capacity, about 60-65%, and we have a flow rate for flow capacity about 90 liter per hour, and waste about 50 liter per hour. And it is, in my opinion, it is crucial benefit for this product line for consumer, and you can ask you can say about this point to each your customer, and sell this benefit to the consumer.
I would also add to the recovery rate. So the higher the recovery rate, the less water we need to pre-treat before the membrane. So, and it is also influence the frequency of the maintenance. So if, for example, we have the requirement of 50% in comparison to domestic RO, it means that we have 4 times less water that we have to pre-treat before the membrane, and it means that we could do the maintenance less frequent. And of course, our bill for the tap water is also going down. So Robust is also saving water, and this is also important now because very often we have the requirements for the smart filters and smart technologies in terms of water savings. So we are already 1 hour online. So if we have any questions right now from our guests, so please feel free to connect and to ask, to write. So there is a question from Tom: better recovery from membrane or pressure? So it is, the better recovery is based, of course, on the pressure. So we have a higher pressure, and also Robust has a special flow restrictor. So basically the difference is in the flow restrictor that we use in the Robust product range. And having a better membrane, have a more area of the flat sheet, we could get a better recovery and quite a long lifetime of the membrane. So it's, I would say this is membrane and pressure and also the flow restrictor that we use in the Robust product range. So this video after some time, this video would be also downloaded online, and you may check this video or share it with your colleagues after the meeting. So we thank everyone for the participation. Also thank you, Alex, for the explanation of the details of the Robust. I believe that there were so many interesting answers that will be useful for our colleagues, guests, when they do the technical job and engineering of the systems.
Yeah, thank you, Rosti, and thank you for our dealer and for our partner. I just want to say that feel free to send us any question which you have, and we will help you.
Yeah, as always, feel free to contact us. Feel free to ask questions online, and see you next Friday on our next. What would the next topic? I don't know. So this would be a surprise of the Monday or Tuesday. But Tom, you may also influence on the topic. Actually, we can. What could be the next topic? So it could be we can again jump to softeners. So maybe we could talk about the programming of the clock valves. Maybe this is of your interest. I don't know. You may answer now. Also, we may jump to the commercial ROS and talk a little bit more about the remote control of the commercial ROS. So we have a advanced software where you could learn a lot of information on how the 4-inch and 8-inch ROS are operating, and we have quite a large amount of units. So we could also cover that topic. Softeners, good. Programming, the valve programming is a special topic, very interesting one. So this might be a topic of the next week. So thank you to everyone. I wish you a nice end of the week, nice Friday, nice weekends, and see you and talk to you next Friday.